The world begins here with a breath of cold, clean air. It is a land sculpted by giants. Mountains rise like jagged teeth against an endless blue sky. Their peaks are cloaked in snow, even under the strong sun. Down below, vast plains stretch out, a carpet of green and gold. There are no roads to be seen, only faint tracks left by animals. The silence is not empty. It is a living thing. It is filled with the hum of unseen insects and the distant rush of glacial water. This is a place where time itself seems to slow, measured not by clocks, but by the slow march of the sun across the heavens. Here, distance is a physical presence. The eye can travel for miles without interruption. It follows the curve of the earth until the land meets the sky in a hazy line. Valleys carve deep wounds into the earth, their sides steep and forbidding. In their depths, rivers of impossible turquoise flow, their waters cold and fast. They carry stories from the high peaks down to the lowlands. Every rock and every blade of grass seems to hold a memory. One feels very small in such a place. It is a humbling landscape, a reminder of the raw, untamed power of the natural world. The air itself feels different. It is thin and pure. Each breath is a conscious act, a drawing in of the wild. The wind is a constant companion. It sweeps down from the high passes, carrying the scent of alpine flowers and damp earth. It whispers secrets through the tall grasses, making them dance and sway. At night, the sky transforms. Without the light of cities, the stars burn with a fierce, brilliant intensity. They are scattered like diamonds on black velvet, so close you feel you could almost reach out and touch them. The moon casts long, sharp shadows across the land. This is a world untouched. It is a sanctuary from the noise and hurry of elsewhere. To stand here is to feel a profound connection to something ancient and enduring. The mountains have watched over this land for millennia. They have seen empires rise and fall. They have witnessed the changing of seasons, countless times over. They are silent observers, their faces etched with the wisdom of ages. The land holds its breath, waiting. It is a place of deep mystery, where the modern world feels like a distant dream, and only the wind, the water, and the sky feel real. If you've enjoyed this journey into the heart of Kyrgyzstan, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more breathtaking adventures and hidden stories from around the world. Join us as we continue to explore the wonders that await beyond the horizon. The wind is the storyteller of this land. It never truly rests. During the day, it is a gentle breeze, rustling the leaves of the sparse silver birches that cling to the hillsides. It carries the high, lonely cry of a golden eagle circling far above. The eagle is a master of this domain, its sharp eyes scanning the terrain below for any sign of movement. It glides on the air currents with effortless grace, a symbol of the untamed spirit of the mountains. The wind is its ally, lifting it higher and higher until it is just a dark speck against the brilliant sky. At dusk, the character of the wind changes. It grows colder, stronger. It howls through the narrow gorges, its voice a mournful song. It whips across the open plains, bending the tough grasses to its will. This is when the unseen world comes alive. You can hear the faint snap of a twig in the distance. Is it a wolf, its paws silent on the soft earth? Or perhaps a snow leopard, the ghost of the mountains, moving through the shadows? The wind carries these sounds, amplifying them, creating a sense of suspense. Every rustle and every sigh of the wind makes you hold your breath. The sounds of the night are subtle but constant. A stream murmurs over smooth stones, its voice a gentle, endless conversation. The water is a life force, carving its path through the landscape, nurturing the life that depends on it. In the distance, the low call of an owl echoes through a silent valley. It is a sound that speaks of deep solitude and the patient hunt. These are the sounds of a world in balance, where every creature has its place in the great unfolding drama of survival. The air is so clear that sounds travel for miles, each one distinct and meaningful. This is a life lived by listening. The people who call this place home have learned to read the wind. They can tell when a storm is coming by the way it smells, by the particular pitch of its whistle. They know the calls of the birds and the tracks of the animals. Their senses are finely tuned to the subtle cues of their environment. It is a knowledge passed down through generations, a deep and intimate understanding of the rhythms of nature. In this silence, broken only by the wind and the wild, one learns to listen not just with the ears, but with the entire body. At the heart of this wild landscape is the yurt. It is a home made of felt and wood, a perfect circle on the flat earth. From a distance, yurts look like white mushrooms sprouting from the green plains. They are simple, elegant structures designed to withstand the fierce winds and cold nights. Inside, the air is warm and smells of wood smoke, mutton, and fermented milk. A single opening in the roof, the tunduk, lets in a column of light and lets out the smoke from the central stove. It is a window to the sky, a connection to the world outside. Life within the yurt follows the rhythms of the sun. The day begins before dawn, with the first hint of light in the east. The fire is stoked, its gentle crackle a welcome sound in the quiet morning. Water is fetched from a nearby stream, its cold shock a sharp awakening. There is no rush, only a steady, purposeful flow of activity. The tasks are ancient and familiar. Milk from the mares is collected for the making of kumis, a tangy, fermented drink. Cheese is pressed and set out to dry in the sun. Every action is part of a cycle that has been repeated for centuries. There is a deep sense of community here, born of isolation. Families live closely, their lives intertwined. Children play freely across the open land, their laughter carried on the wind. Their playground has no fences, only the vast horizon. They learn to ride horses almost as soon as they can walk. Elders are treated with deep reverence, their faces a map of a life lived in harmony with the land. They are the keepers of stories, the living libraries of their people. In the evenings, they gather around the fire, their low voices weaving tales of heroes and spirits. This is a life lived offline, untethered from the digital world. News travels with horsemen, carried from one valley to the next. Time is not a commodity to be managed, but a river to be experienced. There is time for silence, for watching the clouds drift across the sky. There is time for conversation, for sharing a meal without distraction. This slower pace fosters a different kind of connection, a connection to the earth underfoot, to the animals that provide sustenance, and to the people who share this incredible, challenging existence. The horse is the soul of this land. It is more than just an animal. It is a partner, a friend, a symbol of freedom. Herds of wild horses roam the high pastures, their coats a patchwork of brown, black, and grey. They move with a wild, untamed grace, their manes and tails flowing in the wind. Their hoofbeats are the drumbeat of the steppe, a rhythmic thunder that speaks of power and endurance. To see them running free, silhouetted against the mountains, is to witness a spectacle of pure, unbridled life. They are the living embodiment of the spirit of Kyrgyzstan. These horses are perfectly adapted to their harsh environment. They have strong legs for climbing the steep mountain trails and thick coats to protect them from the biting cold. They can find nourishment in the sparse grasses and sense danger long before it is visible. The bond between the people and their horses is profound. A rider and his horse move as one, a single being navigating the difficult terrain. The communication between them is subtle, a language of slight shifts in weight and gentle pressure. It is a partnership built on trust and mutual respect. The day is often spent on horseback. Shepherds guide their flocks of sheep across vast unfenced pastures. They move slowly, allowing the animals to graze, their watchful eyes scanning for predators. The horse gives them the ability to cover immense distances, to tend to their herds in this sprawling landscape. For children, learning to ride is a rite of passage. They race each other across the plains, their joyful shouts echoing in the clear air. The horse gives them a sense of independence and mastery over their world, connecting them to the traditions of their ancestors. As the sun sets, the horses are brought closer to the yurts. Their soft nickering fills the evening air. They stand patiently, their breath misting in the cooling atmosphere. They are a calming presence, a tangible link to the wildness that surrounds them. Even in stillness, they possess a quiet power. Their dark eyes seem to hold the reflection of the mountains and the endless sky. They are a constant reminder that in this land, survival and freedom are intertwined, and both depend on the strength and spirit of the horse. The culture of this land is woven from threads of ancient tradition. It is a complex and often misunderstood tapestry, shaped by centuries of nomadic life. Some customs are born of necessity, others of deep-seated belief. They are practiced not out of a sense of duty, but because they are part of the very fabric of existence. These traditions are not written in books. They are lived, breathed, and passed down through the actions and stories of the people. They are as much a part of the landscape as the mountains and the rivers. One of the most complex of these traditions is that of bride kidnapping. It is a practice that outsiders often view with alarm, and its reality is layered and difficult. In some instances, it is a symbolic ritual, a staged elopement between a couple who have already agreed to marry. It can be a way to overcome financial barriers or familial objections. This form is a piece of theater, a nod to an older way of life. It is part of the celebration, a story the couple will tell for years to come. The community understands the nuances, the unspoken rules of the game. However, the tradition has a darker side, one that cannot be ignored. There are times when it is not a game, when a young woman is taken against her will. This is a painful and traumatic reality for some, a violation of their freedom. The pressures of family and community can be immense, forcing acceptance where there is none. It is a stark reminder that tradition can be both a source of strength and a heavy burden. It reveals the tensions that exist within a culture caught between the past and the present, between collective expectation and individual desire. These customs are part of a larger worldview, one that places the community above the individual. Life in this harsh environment has always depended on cooperation and social cohesion. Traditions, even the difficult ones, are seen as ways to preserve the strength and continuity of the group. They are threads in a tapestry that has held this society together for generations. To understand this place, one must look at the whole picture, acknowledging the beauty and the pain, the light and the shadow. It is a culture that, like the mountains, is full of stark contrasts and profound mysteries. As daylight fades, the mountains seem to draw closer. Their massive forms turn to deep purple and black against the soft, fading light of the sky. The last rays of sun catch the highest peaks, setting them ablaze with a final burst of orange and pink. Then, they too are swallowed by the encroaching night. The world grows quiet again, settling into the deep peace of darkness. The air becomes crisp and cold, and the stars begin their silent, nightly procession. This is a time for reflection, a time to feel the immense scale of the universe. The people and the land are one. They are inseparable, their fates intertwined. The shepherd who knows the name of every star, the woman whose hands can weave a story into a rug, the child who can ride a horse before he can write his name, they are all expressions of this place. Their resilience is a reflection of the mountain's strength. Their nomadic spirit is a reflection of the wind's freedom. They have not conquered this land. They have learned to live in harmony with it, to bend with its moods and respect its power. This world endures. It continues its ancient cycles, largely indifferent to the clamor of the world beyond its peaks. The glaciers will continue to grind their way down the valleys. The eagles will continue to soar on the thermal currents. The wild horses will continue to thunder across the steppe. The traditions, both beautiful and challenging, will continue to be debated and practiced, evolving in their own time. There is a permanence here that is both comforting and awe-inspiring. It is a powerful antidote to the fleeting nature of modern life. To leave this place is to carry a piece of its silence with you. It is to remember the feeling of the wind on your face and the sound of hoofbeats on the earth. The mountains remain, shrouded in mist and mystery, their secrets held close. They are a silent promise that somewhere in the world, there are still places where the land is untamed, where the sky is vast and clear, and where the human spirit can still feel a connection to something ancient, powerful, and profoundly beautiful. The heart of the mountains continues to beat, strong and steady,